Hey guys, welcome back to Top 10 Nerd. I'm Rob Mackenzie LaFergie. Superhero movies have come a long way. Gone are the days of Superman shooting lasers that look like someone drew them on with magic marker. We have CGI now, and CGI is always the way to go, right? Wrong! Sometimes studios get way too trigger happy with it and just use it for the sake of using it. So let's talk about the worst offenders, some of them that are just useless and some of them that are just bad applications. If you like this video, check out our top 10 actors who would make a good Joker video, linked right here and down below. Now get ready, it's time for the top 10 dumbest CGI in superhero movies. Number 10. The Ghost Rider abs. I'm gonna level with you guys. I just don't like Nicolas Cage. I think he's a mediocre actor who plays pretty much the same part in everything and does a bunch of crappy roles because he's terrible with money. But I gotta admit, he got pretty jacked for Ghost Rider. Good on him. Now, apparently, however, the studio decided he wasn't quite chiseled enough and they CGI'd his abs to the point where they just look weird. Damn matriarchy, men aren't objects. Honestly, it looks awful. It looks like that kid in school who drew the abs on his belly who insisted they were real, but we know they weren't. Justin. Number 9. Doomsday in Batman vs Superman. Good old Batman vs Superman. The perfect movie. It could not be improved. Okay, Kelly will kill me if I keep saying stuff like that. The movie was pretty lame. One thing that really bugged me was how they did Doomsday. In this case, I'm totally on board with using CGI to make him. It just opens up so many options. But you know what option shouldn't have been chosen? The let's make him a combination of a cave troll and a frickin' Ninja Turtle option. But they did it anyway, and it looks so dumb, especially considering how badass he could have been. Number 8. The pair in Attack of the Clones. I know, Star Wars may not be best described as a superhero movie, but they have powers and they're heroes, so it counts in my books. Plus, this is just way too terrible. In one scene, Anakin levitates a pear over to Padme. The pear looks bad, it goes onto the fork weirdly, and apparently Natalie Portman has never taken a bite of anything ever, because even her bite was unconvincing. Yikes. Number 7. The Cyclops in Percy Jackson's Sea of Monsters. Here's another one that might not count as a superhero movie to some people, but I like to expand these topics whenever possible, and this was a really cool one. They had made this really cool and realistic animatronic centaur face that I swear can look directly into my soul. Then they went, nah, computers are too nifty, and just CGI'd it instead. Honestly, the CGI does look pretty good, but not as good as the physical version that they'd already made. The physical version just looks so tangible, it's great. Number 6. The Flash Lightning in Justice League. I'm not gonna lie, the lightning surrounding Flash when he uses the Speed Force looks awesome. It's really well done. My issue is with the color. Normally Barry has yellow lightning, which is considered the normal color. But in the movie, the lightning is blue, which would mean that he had managed to achieve faster speeds. But isn't he pretty new to his speed in Justice League? Would he really have enough experience to get all the way up to blue speed? It seems like this was just a creative decision that crapped on the canon lore of the Flash, which is dumb. Number 5. The Hulk from 2003. The early 2000s were an uncertain time in terms of CGI. There was some good stuff out there, with Lord of the Rings killing it on that front, but there was also some pretty lousy stuff. Guess which one this was? And the recent Avengers movies have done a great job of getting the Hulk CGI right, but there was some trial and error early on. And holy moly, the Eric Bana Hulk looks anything but incredible. Maybe that's why they just called it Hulk, they didn't want to overstate it. In this case, they probably would have been better off just using good prosthetics than lousy CGI. And don't even get me started on the dogs. Number 4. The monster dogs from Hulk. Well, now you've done it, you got me started. If you've seen the Hulk from 2003, you'll remember his fight with the monster dogs. And if you have eyeballs, you'll remember that the dogs just looked so dumb, especially the one on the far right. But not only did they look weird, they just stuck out like crazy in the movie. I know they happened in the comics, but it didn't really fit with the rest of the film. Plus, I'm pretty sure they made it nighttime just so you can't see the disappointments that are the monster dogs. Number 3. Green Lantern. I mean, come on, we all thought of this immediately. The lackluster Green Lantern film failed in a number of ways, but one that it has been consistently dissed for is the CGI supersuit. Honestly, I kinda get it. They were trying to make it look cool and unique, and personally I didn't hate it quite as much as some people did, but I gotta admit, it was totally unnecessary and looked really dumb. Number 2. The tree kick from The Incredible Hulk. Yeah, we got another Hulk one, but this is actually from one where the Hulk looks pretty good. Sadly, not all effects in the film were up to par. In one scene, Hulk kicks Major Blonsky into a tree and it just looks so bad. So bad. Look. No, that's not enough. Look again. It's even worse the second time, right? Honestly, you'd probably get a better effect if you shoved a crash test dummy into a cannon and just fired it at a tree. Number 1. The SUPERSTACHE. Ooh boy. If you watched Justice League, you may have noticed that Superman's upper lip looked a bit weird in certain scenes. Turns out Henry Cavill was shooting Mission Impossible 6 at the time when he needed to do some reshoots for Justice League, and Paramount, who was in charge of MI6, just would not let him shave it. So the poor VFX artists working for Warner Brothers had to quickly cover up the stash with CGI. In this case, the CGI was dumb because it would have been totally unnecessary if Paramount wasn't so damn petty. That's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please smack that thumbs up button and subscribe to Top 10 Nerd for more videos. Disagree with any of these? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'll be there. Until next time, I'm Ron Mackenzie LaForgia with Top 10 Nerd. Later, nerds.